Alright, today I'm going to show you how to plot your data that you obtained from the Cary 60 instrument. So this is a file that contains all the samples we provided for you. In order to plot your data, go ahead and highlight one piece of your XY data. So here I'm taking the wavelength and absorption value and highlighting that. And then a shortcut to highlight all your data is Control-Shift-Down. For Macs, that'll be Command instead of Control. And so now I have all my XY data points. I'm going to now go ahead and click Insert. I am going to choose the XY scatter plot, and then I'm just going to choose the line option because that's kind of what you saw on the screen on the spectrometer. So when I click that, now you see a sample spectrum from the blue-green data. And look, you've got a lot of extra white space and no axes titles. So one way to clear this up, go ahead and double click on your x-axis and you get bounds over here. And so in this case, since there's not much before 400, I'm going to go ahead and plot from 400. And then the maximum, we have data out to about 1,000. So you can go ahead and put 1,000, or you can make this whatever you choose, as long as you're getting rid of some extra white space. The other piece is if you want to show a little bit more of the tick marks down here, you can change those minor tick marks under tick marks, show minor, and then I like to put them inside, and that'll show up on the inside part of the graph. You can do the same thing for the y-axis, double click, click your minimum, which we're seeing about 0.1. And then the maximum looks to be about 0.4, so I'm just going to go a tad bit higher than that, maybe 0.45, and see what that does. And now we've got kind of a nice zoomed in image of our spectra. So now in order to add chart titles and axes titles, go ahead and click Chart Element. Okay, go to Axes Titles, Primary Horizontal. Now you can double click in here and rename. Your x-axis should be wavelength in nanometers, and then your y-axis, add chart element, axis title, primary vertical. Double click, change that to absorbance, and that's technically an arbitrary unit, so you can abbreviate AU. And then your chart title, you can put whatever title you feel would be relevant, and so I'm just going to put paint samples. And if you choose to plot all your data, you can then go ahead and right-click, select data to add more data. And you can go ahead and click Add, give it a sample name. So my next sample is blue-violet. Go ahead and click this little graph icon here. Go click to your x-axis data, Control-Shift-Down, highlights it all. Click that button again. Go ahead and do the same for your Y data. Make sure you're at the top. Click your Y data, Control-Shift-Down. And once you hit OK, it'll plot your data. And look, it's off scale. So I went ahead, and you can go ahead and change your scale options again. Axis options. So just go back down to 0. Okay. And that is a quick tutorial on how to plot data from the Cary 60.